Well, hey, Bethel, we are so excited. It's Jeremy, your Blaze Youth Director. I'm so excited to get to bring to you for the first time in person Reverend Karis Kemp and family, Randy, Elias, and Bennett as our new associate pastor here at Bethel. We are so excited that they are coming on board, and we just wanted to give them an opportunity to say how excited they are. So guys, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremy. We are sitting here in Sun Valley, Idaho, in my parents' kitchen, and it's really good to see you. Not quite personally yet, but I know you're seeing us. So I'm Karis.
Hello, Randy. Elias.
I'm Bennett.
And we are so grateful that you are inviting us to be part of your church family, to live life with you guys, to introduce us to the great state of North Carolina. We hear it's an amazing place, and we are excited for God's adventures in that new town of Cornelius.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. I know a lot of folks I've been talking to are just super excited. So we can't wait for you guys to get here. So one of the things, we did this for Pastor Tom and Joy when they came in, and we wanted to do it for you guys as well. We have our youth, some of our current Blaze youth members who sent in some questions as a way to get to know you guys just a little bit better. So we're going to go through those, and I've got a few questions for each and everybody. So we'll go through that. Starting with you, Karis, the first thing they want to know, obviously, have you ever worked with teenagers in any of your ministry?
Well, Jeremy, I actually have had a little experience with teenagers. I had the privilege of being an interim youth director when one of the youth pastors at a church I worked at transitioned out, and they handed me the reins, which was fun, actually. It was my first round of Bigger and Better that I'd ever played in a neighborhood, and I'm pretty sure our youth came back with a couch and a basketball court for the youth resources, which I felt like was a fruitful ministry right there. As well, I have two teenagers in my life right behind me, and I feel like we're in ministry together. They're teaching me, and hopefully I'm teaching them something as well. And I also work with junior hires, and I teach music to junior hires. So I've had some good teenager time. Yeah, well,
I've thought the way that they had to come out with that is the very first question that came in, and I think text was very interesting. So let's turn it over to, speaking of teenagers, to the teenagers. Elias and Bennett, do you think you guys will connect with our Blaze youth group? They want to know.
Sure. I'm really excited to meet new people in North Carolina. So I think meeting everyone in the Blaze youth group will be really exciting and having a new community there. So yes, I am excited.
I agree with her. I think I'm excited to get involved in a youth group in North Carolina and meet some of my peers there. I think it'll be cool.
Perfect. Great answers. Now, can you tell us what grade you guys are going into this coming school year?
I'm in 7th grade.
I'll be going into my sophomore year of high school, 10th grade.
Awesome. That'll be great. So outside of school, what are your guys' favorite extracurriculars? Your things that you like to do? Is it music, art? Is it sports? What would you say your number one favorite thing that you get to do outside of school is?
That's a tricky question. I really like outdoor hiking, mountain biking, hiking, backpacking, camping, all of the above. But music is a pretty close second. I also enjoy drumming and playing music with Mom, and also making some music on my computer. I've been messing around with some digital audio workstations recently.
Oh, don't tell Brad that. He'll be excited to hear you're dabbling in some of that.
I especially like sports outside of school, like track and field and horseback riding and taekwondo and kind of those kind of sports. And I also enjoy drawing and writing, so that's fun. And I play the violin, so I guess that's my music contribution.
So from a little bit, I know, Karis, about you, the apple obviously didn't fall too far from the tree, because it sounds like a lot of the stuff you do, some of the kids picked up, which is great.
I demanded that from them. Yeah. You must hike and you must play an instrument. End of story.
Must. Yeah. So you guys are obviously coming to us from Idaho. Randy, I'll ask you this. What are you going to miss most about Idaho, but what are you looking forward to most about coming to North Carolina?
Sure, Idaho's got some pretty amazing mountains, so the backpacking is pretty stupendous, and I'll miss those sights and sounds, being out on the trail with family or solo. Looking forward to exploring the new kinds of trails in North Carolina. Maybe it's on the water instead of on the dirt trail, but also hiking the AT, and most importantly, walking alongside some of you. Maybe that's a walk by the lake or a canoe, or going to hike some of the AT together. So looking forward to being in the community and meeting new friends.
Well, there's no shortage of canoes, kayaks, paddleboards, pontoons, speedboats. We have a little bit of everything here at Bethel. So we can definitely get you guys plugged right in and get you out on the lake. I think, Karis, did you get to experience the lake when you were in town?
I did get to experience the lake. It's beautiful. And I hear there's so many fingers of it that you need a map in certain locations to make sure you're in the right part of Lake Norman. But
Yes.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, where we are, the church at Bethel, not being right on the water, but pretty close. You can, if you were to go to the water, you can see Mooresville, Denver, Davidson. Yeah, you can see all the surrounding towns, which is pretty cool. So going back to you, Karis, this was a pretty tough question, so I'll be interested to see what the answer is. What do you feel is the best thing that you bring to the table in Bethel?
Oh, those are tough questions, right? I would say the best thing I bring is hopefully an honest faith, that there is a rawness to who I am with God, and sometimes that's really exuberant joy, and sometimes it's challenge. But I think an honest faith to be engaging with all of you, and because that is discipleship, and that's where we live. That sometimes we feel like we're on the mountaintop, and sometimes we're in the valley. And I've been in both places, and I think it's honest to be a Christian who can say that, not only a Christian but a pastor. So I hope that that's one of the best things I bring.
Well, it's interesting. Most of our folks probably saw the video. One of the AP&C members, Susan Kittle, did an introduction when we sent out your information on Friday, and her favorite thing about what she felt you were going to bring was this biblical, one of our values being biblical relationships with authenticity. And she spoke very pointedly to the fact that you were going to get real and be authentic. So yeah, I think that's great. I think we strive to do that at Bethel, for sure. We want to be as real of a people as possible. So that'll be great for you to lead us and guide us through, kind of what that looks like in the future. Well, okay, let me go to this question. What do you guys like to do as a family? So what's your favorite thing as a family to get to do together?
We all said we were going to contribute on this one. So you want to start us, Randy?
We eat well. We enjoy food, and food is always followed by some kind of hopefully conversation. But actually, a post-dinner stroll is a healthy habit that we're in.
Okay, I'm going next. Something we like to do as a family, well, we make music together, and you can see that. Sometimes we do it in a church context, but sometimes we just do it at home, listening to our new favorite band or our new song. So sometimes it's taking in music together, and sometimes it's actually making it together. And that's pretty cool. It's cool to be able to do that with you guys.
I have fond memories of read-ins and write-ins with the family. We all enjoy quality literature and trying our hand at writing what we think is good as well. So I enjoy spending time with words with family.
Well, we haven't done much backpacking this summer, but over the past, as long as I can remember, we've been backpacking together as a family, and I think that's pretty cool that we can go out into the wilderness for a couple of days or whatever and fish and hike and everything. So those are fond memories.
Yeah, we actually, I think, got to see some pictures of you guys doing some outdoor stuff in the brochure that we sent out on Friday. So that was super cool to get to see that. Yeah, those are really great things. A lot of our families do a lot of that same stuff. So I think you guys will fit right in with some of the families your age. The last question, we have to ask this of anyone who moves to North Carolina. And Randy, I hear you have an answer for it. Are you a light blue or a dark blue fan?
I'm the fan of the arena that I'm inside. So whoever invites me courtside to watch a game, a basketball game in one of these schools, I'd be happy to go and cheer and even get face painted if necessary. Assuming arenas are open to fans in the coming future.
That's big that he said that. So hold him to that face paint. Okay.
Yeah, that's quite the answer. Yeah, with Davidson being right around the corner, we've got no shortage of folks that are always up there taking in games. But yeah, I mean, Duke, Carolina State, UNC Charlotte, Appalachian, Wake Forest are like all within 2 to 3 hours. So you got a lot to choose from. And we have a wide variety of folks represented. Obviously, Ann and I are App State people. I'm an NC State fan. My dad went there. But we have tons of Duke and Carolina folks. So you'll have someone will make you pick before they'll let you.
I was gonna say we were trying to stay diplomatic, Jeremy. Okay.
I'm sorry. I won't make you pick today, but just know that somebody will make you pick soon. Well, it was so great. Thank you guys so much for giving us a little bit of your busy schedule. I know that time is precious with everything that's going on. It was so great to get to see you, get to know each of you a little bit better. We are so excited and cannot wait for you guys to get down here into North Carolina in the coming months and get to know each of you a little bit better. So it's great. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
Jeremy. Thanks, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you soon.